Hello, what's up, IllusionOfArt today? And we're gonna be doing another chapter review for Hunter x Hunter. Today's gonna be chapter 396. And it basically picks up after the last chapter where we started the flashback sequence from Nobunaga's perspective. And funny enough, he wasn't actually in the last chapter, even though he started off the whole flashback, but he's actually in this chapter, which is pretty interesting. And yeah, this chapter basically starts off with like Leori's. Leori's is the church and priest that I think Cruella met at the last chapter. I think he helps bunch of chairs. Um and then it starts out with like him and like in the kids, and they're like eating and stuff like that, and it's snack time, and they're actually eating before they get into like the church for like a special viewing of power cleaners. It's kind of like their version of like Power Rangers or Super Sentai, if you guys are familiar with Power Rangers Wars. And yeah, they are eating snacks, and all the troop members are there actually. Uru's there, and Phaeton and Finks come through too, along with everybody else. And Sarasa and Sheila are also in the chapter again from last chapter, and which was such a big revelation, seeing Sheila from chapter 0 from the clan perspective of the massacre. And yeah, I think this is basically Togashi about to show us the fantasy side of the massacre, and how that's going to come into fruition along with their backstory, which is kind of crazy. Like, after so long, like I said that last video, after so long we're getting like the backstory for all this, which is pretty wild. Right. So yeah, all the family members are there, and Sarasa actually there's like this low key moment where Sarasa actually hands things like the bowl of snacks to give out to people, saying it should be his turn to do it, and he does it, which is pretty cute. But yeah, shortly after that, they all like huddle up into like the theater room, I suspect, of the church hall, and Power Cleaner starts playing. And everybody's having a good time. Everybody's like laughing. And people are picking up how the voices are so familiar, and they know it's so familiar to them because Cruella, Sarasa, Sheila, and Paganoda are the person who actually voices the animatronics, and they actually pick up on that. But the sound kind of gives out midway through the presentation, and the children are talking like they saying with respect, everything found in the city is such like a wreck, and everything's broken, and like this is pretty much expected to happen with this whole thing messing up. But then Cruella comes through, and he is so cute. Look, Cruella is so adorable. What he does is he comes through and he starts voicing out the or dubbing over the voices like he actually did, but he's doing it live in the front audience. He's dubbing over the audio that they are seeing, which is so cool and cute. And like he's doing like the different voices and different expressions of each of the members of the Power Cleaners that he voiced. And it's so like impressive, and people are being really impressed by his voice acting capabilities. And Sarada and Sheila actually joined him. And I actually want to pick up I actually want to mention this at one point. At this one point during the stream, as they're like voicing the characters, like you see this one Power Cleaner, and he looks so much like Gone. Like, I don't know, what's that? I think it's like page like 8 or 9. Like, it's like Gone, like sprinting. Like, it looks like him. Like, I guess Togashi really wanted to like give us Gone in some way, because we hadn't seen him in a while. So yeah, that's interesting. The mission gave me a countdown from 3. Oh wow, look how joyful, and look all the children. Wait, first of all, that kind of looks like Gone. First of all, that really looks like Gone for a second. Nothing bad is gonna happen. Like, this is too cheerful. This is too cheerful, guys. Look how happy and like how wholesome this is. Something's bad is gonna happen. I don't know. They're not gonna trick me. But no. Also, like the panel like next though, Cruella has this interesting face, and he plays like the one of the villains, and he screams saying, "You're doomed now, my pathetic Power Cleaners," and he shooks the whole room. Oh, so scary. Oh my god, that panel's insane. Look how the panel is. Man. Seeing Cruella like smile like that is insane. Damn, they all feel the horror. He shakes the whole room up, and he has this like kind of like this dark aura like radiating over him, and like he's saying, "All hail the disgusting king," and everybody's like shook. Like even the Phantom Tree members are shook, but also convinced by his performance, which actually says like a lot about the Phantom Troop and how like they actually came together. He's kind of like this leader, and he knows how to give like a good performance, kind of like him and him and Silk, like when they were fighting, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, they continue, and like him and the other members, like that first like recorded the dub with him acted out even more in front of people, and like people are really getting stripped up with his performance, like it's so cute. Like these kids are so cute. Like it's just so adorable seeing them like act everything out. And after the performance, the priest actually congratulates Killua. He like pats him on the head, and he actually walks out with the other troop members and stuff like that. I think he's with Nobunaga, which like I said, he wasn't there last chapter, but he's here in this chapter, and Franklin and a couple others, and they're walking and saying how the show is so amazing. But they meet up with Uvo at the end of the forest that they are walking in, and they know that Uvo probably has like a bone to pick with him because he actually took the tapes. He took the tapes from like the trash domain of that was like filthy area of the Miyo City that we first saw in the last chapter. But no, something cool but also so cute happens. Like Sawada, I think that's probably pronounced the name, Sawada. She actually kind of like does this inner monologue from like Evo from his heart and says, "Killua, you're really amazing. I have a better opinion of you now." And that's basically what Evo saying from inside. And she said that I dubbed you, and it has this like cute little like spread out sheet of like all like the troop members and stuff like that. And it's so cute. It shows like all the members, including like Sheila and Sawada. And basically Evo has like a deep respect for him now, and he says basically let me do the voice of the next monster, and he actually wants to actually join the production. And he actually goes on to say that out of all the punches that he's ever taken, what Killua did today on stage actually impressed him so much, and he actually mocked him the most. And like he has this such an innocence, and even back then Uvo was this big like bully, or like this big like kid, especially around people. But even the way he's drawn here with such innocence in his eyes is like make me so sad for Uvo, because he like died against Kurapika, and still justified, by the way. Like, they still did become, an evil villain group, no matter how, like, sad their backstory is. But, like, it does make you feel more sad about how they got to this point, regardless. And I had to commend Togashi for that, for humanizing them now. Because, they're gonna die. Like, somehow they're gonna die on the ship. Whether it's Kurapika, whether it's Hisoka, or, like, maybe, like, an outside faction, like, Saragnit, or maybe. Or one of the princes. So like, yeah, you really do feel for like the Phantom Troop. And also the other members are actually over here, and there's also asked to be different rangers of different roles. Everybody except for Machi doesn't want to do it. And she doesn't want to be the cute princess after Eva like mentioned it. And they're all like acting out the roles, and like they kind of come up with they're acting out these roles in like this like warehouse, and they kind of like discuss they should maybe like make like a theater group. They should be like a theater group in a theater company, that does dubbing or whatnot, and put on like a whole production for like the kids. And they kind of like they had this like interesting moment where they're trying to like come up with a name, and Troop comes up, and I was like, oh wow, this is so cool. So this is how like they got their names to the Troop. And they come up with the something troop, the something troop that puts on performances. I guess we might get the Phantom part later, which actually leads into this later part of the chapter. They notice that Sarada's gone, and Fink says like she left. She got like sorting duty today, and Killua even Killua like worried when he says that, because she basically went by herself, and Killua says wait by herself, and some others, she said she has like her hamlet with her close by, so she'll be fine. I think that's Shaunok saying that. And you see like her like going back to this the trash heap of Miyo City, and like you see her like she talks about how like she knows where more tapes are, which is pretty interesting, because before they didn't know where more the tapes were, or if there were even more tapes to be found, because apparently they don't have like, so much episodes they can dub left of the whole like thing. But yeah, she goes like to the trash heap, but again, just like how we end the last chapter with like this van of these guys abducting people, which might be children, because children are the most adopted and like most taken in major city when it comes to like gang violence and activity, because they're not registered as humans, so people can just do this free without any charge or any press charge against them. And it shows this one guy, and he talks about how like we made a quota for the delivery today, and the era of hunting may be coming to a close, and if you find one last one, we'll make sure to have some fun. He laughs, and the one last one, of course, might be Sarda, which poor thing. I don't know what's gonna happen to her. I know she's gonna take it, I know she's gonna die, but this is definitely gonna be the thing that sets the troop off and might set off their whole backstory about how they kind of come into like being known as the Phantom Troop, this very broken, like villainous group. Very complicated. They're not like, it's so weird because like you can kind of like argue for like the group that like it's more of like a gray area with them. It really is a gray area with them because like they're like evil and they do like stealing and stuff, but they're not complete evil. They just don't go around killing people senselessly. Like they do have reason behind everything that they do or they end up doing. And yeah, like they're just such a cool group, and like this chapter even cements it even further for me, and I'm just so interested to see what we're gonna get in the very next chapter. We're not ready for these next two chapters. I feel like it's gonna be so crazy. And yeah, I think that's all what I really want to talk to you guys today about. This one's chapter is very quick one. You can go through this one's less dense on the super dialogue heavy information, but it has like a lot of cool like interesting stuff about the troops past and like their relationships and how like they came together to try to form like the whole troop and stuff like that. So yeah, this was a really cool chapter. I can't wait for 397. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. Please tell me what you guys liked about the chapter and what you guys maybe hate about the chapter. I'm curious to know. Let me know. And yeah, I'm gonna see you later, and you guys have a nice day. Bye.